All right. Is this thing on? Should be live. Here, let me go check on YouTube. If you guys are out there, let me know how my audio is. Guess I should have been a little bit more prepared for you. But you can never be too prepared. It's never enough. Got to leave room for error. Okay. All right. Everything looks good. We'll put that on mute. Diddums, what's up? Thank you so much for the input. We'll get started here in a little bit. We got a couple live streams for you guys lined up today. We're going to talk a little bit later about the road rage incident that happened in Henderson, Nevada, where an 11-year-old boy lost his life. Something very similar happened here in Arizona yesterday. Two idiots were getting in a road rage situation and got their kids in the backseat killed. We got to stop doing that shit. Welcome, welcome, Christine. It's crazy. I get to find out your guys is like handle Jill Moser 24. You, Jill. What else do I got lined up for you today? We're going to talk about, like I said, we'll talk about the Tyler Matthew John situation, the road rage shooting. Very interesting. I want to talk about the kid's stepfather and what role he played, you know, in all of this. Not saying he's, you know, in any way is it comparable to pulling the trigger of a gun, but in, you know, injecting yourself into that kind of situation when you have an 11-year-old boy that you're tasked with getting to school safely and you're zigging in and out of traffic and doing those things, at the very least, that's reckless endangerment. So I really want to talk about that and get your guys' opinion. And then Sean Duffy, he was talking some madness. That might be something I'll set up either tomorrow or later in the day for members only. We're going to talk about Sean Duffy and the crazy shit he was saying about what we should be wearing when we're taking a trip, you know, a plane trip. Your attire. What should you wear at the airport? You know, I say, fuck it. Wear what you want. You're a paying customer. You know, you're taking a 3-hour flight. You want to be comfortable. You don't want to impress Sean Duffy and his rich friends, right? His rich white friends. I'm so sick of these people showing up at the airport in their pajamas. Oh, sorry we discussed you, Mr. 1%. Sorry that my presence offends you. God forbid I want to spend the very little bit of money that I have on a plane ticket, be crammed in as many seats that can possibly legally fit on a plane, and dress comfortably. God forbid. Cheeks, what up? So those are some of the things we're going to talk about. But today we're talking about Morgan Geyser and Chad Charly Mecca and the whole SLENDERMAN stabbing situation. Got my notes all printed out. We're going to talk just quickly on the SLENDERMAN case. I mean, just briefly. We're just going to talk about why why this is even news. Like, why are we even talking about Morgan Geyser? Who is she? And why does it matter? Like, why is everybody talking about her? And then I'll go over my notes on what happened and we'll report on the situation. Probably do that at the 10-minute mark. Diddums, good to see you. Julia, what's up? I remember seeing this case when it first happened. Wow, time flies. Not familiar with any recent developments. Oh, so this is news to you. Let's see. Cheek says, not going to lie, I do find it offensive when I'm out and about at the grocery store, airport, whatnot, and people are dressed like they're going to bed. At least put real clothes on. See, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. Now, it's different if you're at Walmart. Like, don't get this confused with Walmart people and airplane people. I mean, I don't do that, but I don't mind it. You know, if you're taking a 3-hour flight, you're traveling, it's uncomfortable. You're telling me that I got to pay $350 for a two-way flight, and you're going to try to tell me how I need to dress? Like, if you want to dress up and look presentable, that's fine. I think you should. I think most people should, but I don't think you should have the government telling you that that's what they expect, you know? You know, not everybody has nice clothes, right? Not everybody has that privilege, right? It's not white privilege, it's just rich people privilege. And that comes in all colors, trust me. I don't care to see you in your sweatpants and Mickey Mouse slippers. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Whatever's comfortable for you. As long as you don't stink and you're clean, we're good to go. Not everyone must be in their Sunday's best at the airport. No excuses. Yes, Julia, absolutely. I find it reprehensible. It's repugnant. Absolutely repulsed by it. I feel the same way with girls, and booty shorts are basically not wearing a top. Yeah, it's different. Like if your skin is exposed, it can be offensive to some. But then again, what you know, this is a free country. You know what I mean? I don't want other people dictating what other people can and cannot do. But you have to draw the line somewhere. Darling, did you see what he's wearing? He came in his pajamas. I don't think it's any of the government. Yeah, that's my point. Now, if the private businesses, like let's say Delta was like, look, we got a dress code. That's fine. Because then that's what I know I'm paying for, right? It's a business. Yes, the airports are completely regulated by the government, like air traffic control, security, you know, maintenance, upkeep, all that stuff is regulated. But the airlines themselves are private, right? So you shouldn't have some government official like dipshit Sean Duffy telling people what they can and cannot wear. That should be up to us or up to the private companies. So yeah, we'll touch on that a little bit later. All right. So we're at about the 9-minute mark. Getting through security in my onesie and nightcap is quite the hassle, to be honest. That's why you got to wear a 3-piece suit. You know, you got to be suited and booted. Yeah, try taking all that shit off through the checkout point. Yep, everyone's offended by everything. It is what it is. I also wouldn't want to see somebody who weighed 500 pounds wearing a 2-piece walking around like it's nothing. If it happens, it happens. That doesn't mean I have to like it. Exactly. See, that's the point I'm making. Like, if you have self respect, good. And if you don't, that's also okay. Because this is America. Okay, so why are we talking about Morgan Geyser? Well, let's start from the beginning. Maybe some of you have heard of the case, the SLENDERMAN stabbings. We've been covering it for quite some time. The reason we talked about it was in relation to the Delphi murders. That's why we started talking about it. We had gone down a rabbit hole. I called it the mean teen theory. right? Mean teens. A lot of people couldn't wrap their heads around how 12, 13-year-old girls could do something so monstrous. So I wanted to use this, although their victim, Peyton Lautner, survived. They had she shouldn't have survived. She just happens to be like a superhero, like unbreakable. She survived the train crash. She's the only survivor out of hundreds. She's like some kind of super soldier. She was meant to die that day. Um, she had a guardian angel that lifted her up, dragged her up to the street, and said, "You're not dying." But these two maniacs right here had every intention of killing her. Morgan Geyser and Anissa Ware. So she was charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide after she and her friend Anissa, both 12 years old at the time, lured their classmate Peyton Lautner. This is Peyton right here. Not in her wildest dreams would she expect her two 13-year-old friends. This is like Abby and Libby, right? Right there at that age, maybe a little bit younger. Not in a million years would you think your own friends at that age, especially, are going to try to murder you violently. Like, hey, they're not going to push me off a cliff. They're literally going to sadistically, methodically kill me. Nobody would ever see that coming. And that's the scariest part of true crime. When it happens, nobody expects it. They never see it coming. After she and her friend Anissa Weir, both 12 years old at the time, lured their classmate Peyton Lautner into the woods and stabbed her 19 times. The motive, according to investigators, was their belief that harming somebody would appease the fictional character SLENDERMAN. Which is bullshit, right? That might be what they said out loud. That might be what Morgan or Anissa said to each other to try to hype them up. But the truth is, the sadistic psychopathic killer just wants to get to point A to point B. However they do it, however they figure it out, once they pass that threshold, that's all they want. They want to be in the position and be encouraged to do what they fantasize about doing, which is committing a sadistic, brutal murder. Even though they failed. Thank goodness, right? The legal outcome. Geyser later accepted a plea deal and was found not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect. She was ordered to remain in a secure mental health facility for up to 40 years. Well, it hasn't been 40 years. And she hasn't gotten better. So this was her when she went to prison. This is her when she started getting her freedom. Right? The guy on the left is Charly Mecca. Or Chad Mecca. I wonder why he calls himself Charly. I bet you guys could probably guess. This guy, Charly, has come out and spoken publicly. We're going to hear some of that. I don't believe anything that he says. I think he knows exactly who she is. Yes, I remember. Yep, Mean Teen Theory. Didn't bicyclists find her when she crawled from the woods to the road? Yes. Can you believe that she was able to accomplish that after being stabbed 19 times? One of them is out, Christine. One of them is out. And we're going to go over these details. What's up, Katie? I mix up this case with the Skylar Niece one, also Mean Teen case. Yep. This one didn't involve Slenderman, though. The two girls murdered one of their best friends. They want the ends to justify the means. Absolutely. And they're okay to kind of play dumb about it. You know what I mean? Cheeks. They're they're okay with lying to themselves to allow themselves to buy into it. Whatever can push them over that threshold, because they're going to do it anyway. People ask, well, how could somebody like Richard Allen just go take a nap? I bet you from the time of puberty, he's been fantasizing about sadistic murder. He knew one day it was going to happen. And the later on in life it didn't happen, he might have become hopeful. Like maybe I won't ever be like um, a sick embarrassment to my family. Maybe I will make it through this, this crazy life and all these demons that I'm dealing with. But when it finally happened and he snapped and he committed the sadistic murder that he always wanted to, that he never told anybody about, it was all internalized in his own mind. Once he committed that crime, I believe it was as if it was something that was scheduled. Well, I knew it was coming. I didn't know it would be today, but now that it's here, I've always known that it would come. So they're just not shocked by it. They're not bothered by it. It's not that we wanted to stab and kill her. It's that SLENDERMAN wanted us to do it. Yeah, it's not us, right? A lot of serial killers, sadistic psychopaths, they always talk about having that they're demon possessed, right? That there's a bad guy that did it. I didn't do it. I'm innocent. But sometimes it kind of reminds me of like this childhood trauma thing, right? Like they're stuck in this residual, I don't know what you would call it, like what do you call it when you just kind of like Groundhog's Day, when you just keep repeating over and over? Well, this is kind of like a residual, like they're stuck in that childhood moment when they were traumatized or something. It's almost like they're saying it was at that point, like I was possessed by this demon, or that's when the mental health issue happened, right? That's when I needed to create this other personality to deal with this pain that I can't deal with. And then later on in life, you just continue to blame it on that thing, right? Dennis Rader said right there in the middle of a courtroom that he was possessed by a demon. I think it's possible that there really is a possession, but the most likely answer is that they're just making up a straw man or somebody to blame, all their wickedness on, because they don't really like to paint themselves in a bad light. They spent their entire lives training themselves on what normal people consider moral, because they don't know what that means. So it's kind of like a deaf person trying to read your lips. Like, I can kind of hear the sound, kind of make out what they're doing. So then they try to replicate it and it just comes out a little bit different, right? The vowels, the enunciation. I think it's the same thing with sadistic people. They're they're empathetically deaf. It's like they lack that. So they just do their best to play the part like a chameleon. I'm going to try to do my best to fit in. But right, the colors are just a little off. They're not blending into the backgrounds like all the other chameleons. Theirs are, it's a little pixelated. Okay, so that's her today. And it's not Slender Man, it's Slender Ma'am. So don't forget that. I just wanted to point that out for you guys. All right, this was her arrested. So what the hell happened? So Morgan Geyser escaped her group home in Madison, Wisconsin by cutting off her ankle monitor. She was last seen on the evening of November 22nd. She was found early the next day, November 23rd, in Posen, Illinois, sleeping behind Thornton's gas station. And guys, we actually have that body cam footage. We got our hands on it, so we have it. We're going to watch it. There's some more out there that I'm waiting on. I don't know if they're going to send it or I don't know what's going to happen. Both initially gave false names to police. Geyser eventually revealed her identity, telling police, just Google me. Here, why don't we just watch that? Forget talking about that part. Let's check this out. So Posen police question Morgan Geyser. This is the I think this is the supervising officer's body camera. There's 2 other body cams that I've requested and a camera in the back of a vehicle, but this is the one that I received this morning. Let me share my screen. But I've seen some other news outlets already posting that video, so maybe we'll just go searching for it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay, share screen. Hold on, guys. There. So supervising officer kind of pulls up, responding to a call. And I feel like this might be a violation of maybe their First and Fourth Amendment here, which could probably be argued in court, but I don't think it would change anything about her being arrested. And maybe you guys can clear it up. So there's a call that these 2 people are loitering, right? And those 2 people just happen to be Charly and Morgan. Now, Charly used to sneak into her window at the group home. So he's not being quite honest. Apparently they met at church. But it's Slender Ma'am, not Slender Man, Slender Ma'am. All right, let's take a look here. Why doesn't this want to go full screen for me? There we go. It's kind of quiet. Let's see if I can fix the audio for you.
They're able to like sleep.
So you can see it was just a few days ago on the 23rd.
I advise them that Robins, I don't know if they're able to like sleep
What's
in the
up,
lobby
Dawn?
because they used to do that before, but they said they'll do this one in the book.
Yeah, I called to
See, now that's what should have happened in a free America, right? That's not trespassing. They were asked to leave. They're going to move along. There's no reason for them to be harassed, right? So I don't know what laws are. I don't, in other states and things like that. But as far as I'm concerned, they didn't have to identify themselves. So maybe you guys can help me understand how. I'm glad that they did. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that there's laws that protect people from being berated like this. I'm glad that they did. And this is obviously why they break those rules. But the rules are still there to ensure that we have our freedom. But you guys be the judge. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'll rewatch it and give you my opinion again. But I feel like if these were innocent people, which I think he might have already been released and charges dropped against him. I'm not sure. Hold on. I got a text message real quick. Oh, shit. Okay. So yeah, I feel like their First and definitely their Fourth Amendment. That's got to be like a public easement. I know that they're definitely loitering. So I don't know. You guys be the judge. I'm gonna let it play now and stop interrupting. I just wanted to say that real quick.
I advise them that Robins, I don't know if they're able to like sleep in their lobby because they used to do that before, but they said they'll do this one in the book.
yeah, I called to see. Okay, I didn't know what it looked like. I read that. So I was calling to see can they get somewhere for the night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she said she begged him. She's like, I begged him to leave. So that's on them.
The thing is, there ain't a lot of shelters. that's what's crazy. Is
Yeah.
They find shelters for other people, but they don't.
Yeah, because I bought them some food. But I couldn't leave them out here. So I'm like, I didn't know what to do. So I was like, just let me call and see if y'all know
I
something.
told him that I believe Robin's a lot of very good CTS, so he's even very good.
Where you guys from?
South.
South? Like how far?
Not
Slender
that far.
ma'am.
We're not living anywhere. We'll be fine tonight.
Okay, I just want to make sure you guys are warm.
We're fine.
What's up, Dawn?
Sure?
I appreciate it.
No problem. I just want to make sure you guys have some place to want to stay.
No, we're all good.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
23?
Yeah.
How old is he?
She's transgender.
Oh, how old is she? 23?
She.
Okay.
It's not a he.
I don't have my ID, but
All right, well,
Obviously.
give him your name and date of birth, but we just got to make sure you're saying who you are, you say you are, okay? You're not missing them and stuff, okay? No problem.
Yeah, at some point right here, Cheeks, they're going to demand ID. Like right now, I think legally they should have just been able to leave, right? Maybe some of you lawyers out there can correct me on that. Right? If I'm just sitting against this building and cops come up to me and threaten me that they're going to arrest me if I don't show their ID, do they have the legal right to detain me just for, I guess, loitering? Or that's what they called it, loitering.
Thank you for calling.
Exactly, Cheeks.
Because I don't believe you're 23. That's why. Okay? And we got called here for a call. So just be honest.
Okay, is that a violation of the Fourth Amendment, or is that his discretion there? He's like, well, I think you're a minor. You can't just come up to an adult and be like, I'm going to violate your rights because I think you're a minor. That's no different than coming up to somebody and saying, you look like a felon. I don't think you have the right to carry that gun. I need to check. So something's not quite right here.
I want to make sure that you're not missing. As long as you're not missing, you can go on your way. Are you missing from somewhere? Then just give me your name and date of birth and you can be on your way.
yeah, I'm 19.
Huh?
I'm 19.
19?
Yeah.
That's fine. You're still an adult. So
Yeah, so what's your last name?
no one.
I don't want to give you my name.
Okay, well then we're gonna arrest you.
Damn.
Take you an ID. We're gonna hold you an ID.
She's not really the most street smart criminal. So maybe her intentions were innocent.
At the station for fingerprints. So
She doesn't appear to have put much thought into this.
you don't want to obstruct an officer. Give me your name and date of birth.
Makes me feel like Charly over here is taking advantage of her. Because, I mean, basically she's still like a kid mentally. Being stuck in that facility. No life experiences, just being institutionalized. This guy over here who she met at church could be taking advantage of her. And I don't like that.
You're not wanted for murder, right?
Right.
Well, then you ain't gonna have a problem with us. I
She said
promise you.
right.
Okay? You're
was
making a
attempted
bigger
murder.
deal than it is.
Sorry, guys. This is going to be really annoying. I'll post the video later by itself. But what do you think Peyton is thinking right now? All over the news, they're talking about how the person who tried to murder you is running loose. And come to find out, she's running loose with this weird dude, this homeless guy. That would be terrifying. Pretty scary.
It is. Transgender. So just get her name, his name.
Do you have your ID with you?
It's ma'am.
No. Were you ever issued an ID? Or anywhere? You were? Okay. What state were you issued an ID out of? Okay.
Mine was issued out of Wisconsin.
Okay. And what's your last name?
Robertson.
You spell that? You have a middle initial? Okay. What's your date of birth?
No, Robertson.
Oh, Robertson. Okay.
His son. I think his son's great.
Your last name is Juries?
Yes, please.
Government name.
You said you what? It's your real name, right? Right. It's not a big deal. You'll be on your way, okay?
L-E-S.
Got it. Last name George, Robert, Ida, Edward, Sam. First name Stephanie, Sam, Tom, Edward, Paul, Henry, Adam, Nora, Ida, Edward. Date of birth, April 16, 2002. Female.
Cheeks, what about qualified immunity? Like, you can't just violate somebody's rights like that. But I guess after the fact, her being a felon, and I think he might be a felon too. Maybe it wasn't a violation if they find out after the fact that she's on probation or she actually is a criminal. Maybe none of that even matters, right? Maybe it's not fruit of a poison tree. It was like good instincts or something.
One run yours in our car, my car, right there. GP.
It's out of Wisconsin.
Still running in Wisconsin, name and date of birth. Man, unless you want to do it over there, that's even easier. Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, it's true.
Did we do something wrong?
No, we just got called here for a service call. So
See, he said, "Did I do something wrong?" And the cop says, "No, we just got called out here for a service call." So you're telling me if I call the police on somebody, that gives them the right to go and violate you? Like, they don't know anything about these people. They don't know they're wanted felons or whatever. They didn't find that out until they potentially violated somebody's rights. Thank goodness, right?
well, now you did something wrong because it's come back no record on files, and that means you're lying to us about your name. Okay? So now that's obstructing. I'm going to give you one more chance before we're going to take you in custody and fingerprint you. Okay? So just be honest. It's not a big deal. You're making it a bigger deal.
Yeah, but they should be able to sue the cop as well.
Give me real name.
Not just those.
Okay?
Should be the cop
Because if he comes
included.
back no record on file also, which I hope he doesn't, because that means both of you are lying, I'm going to take you both in for fingerprints. Okay? Don't make us do all that.
And that's
We just
extortion.
want to.
Isn't that extortion? Like, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do, we're going to basically run you through the ringer. That's extortion. It's like retaliation.
Send you on your way. No, you can't.
Wisconsin as well. Charles
You
Robert.
guys wanted for something?
Charles unmarried.
Why are you hiding your name? I don't understand.
Well, you didn't come back either. Even out of Wisconsin.
I just don't want my identity out there.
Okay.
It's just,
Well,
it's just personal preference.
Okay. You can have that preference, but we're going to have that preference of taking you in and fingerprinting you. Okay? That's what we're going to do.
Is there any way to avoid that?
Yeah, give us your right name, date of birth, and then we can go on our way. We don't want to mess with you. We don't want to take you in and fingerprint you. But if that's what I have to do, I have to make sure you're not wanted for anything, no homicides or anything like that. That's it.
I can promise you
Okay.
that much, and I know it's.
I don't know you and you don't know me.
Yeah. What is a sadistic killer going to say? I want to make sure that you're not wanted for any murders. Oh, I can promise you. Boy Scouts honor. I am not a sadistic killer. Like, I'm offended that you would say that. I mean, what are they going to just come out and admit it? I know some people might, but it's not likely.
I know.
Okay? So
Just gotta identify
give your
who
name,
you are, that's it.
make sure you ain't wanted for no warrants, and then you're
Okay.
good. Stephanie, one last chance. This is your last opportunity.
So let's try this again.
I don't know what you're so scared about.
What's your last name?
So
I didn't break the law.
Well, that's why they have qualified immunity.
So
I didn't
you
break
did by lying to the officer.
and you guys are loitering house statute
You're
of
loitering.
false identification at this moment, which is a class A misdemeanor. That's a arrestable offense. Therefore, you can be placed under arrest for that. Both of you, because you lied and you lied. And give me your real name.
We got dispatched here because you guys are loitering in the back of the business. It's not like we.
And there's signs posted, there's no loitering. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So it's not a big deal. What is your name? Don't make us go arrest you and do all this extra stuff that we don't need to do.
It's
I
extortion.
know. We got way more serious things to worry about than this. But we got called here. It ain't like we just.
Yeah, that's kind of my point, Cheeks. If they were smart enough, they could have easily have gotten away with this. You know, just fought back. Like, I ain't telling you shit. I didn't break no law. And then just get off the property and start walking away. Like, I ain't telling you shit. If they knew their rights, they probably could have gotten away. I mean, it's good that they didn't, but I'm just saying. If this was two normal people that just happen to be homeless or whatever, I don't believe that they should be treated like this.
Walked up and started messing with you.
And not only that, but when we print you, it could take a day,
2 days.
2 days until your prints come back before we can. So you'll be in our custody until we can
Like,
release
look at
you.
this
You want to
dipshit.
sell all day? That's fine.
And your prints might come back beforehand.
Basically saying, if you don't do what we tell you to do, we're going to put you in jail for 3 days while we kind of drag ass identifying you, whether you end up being guilty or innocent of anything. Like, that's disgusting.
So then that means that he would still stay at the station and you might get released. You might as well just avoid all of that and tell us your real names.
Look, if you want to stay in a cell for 3 days, by all means, we'll go this route.
See, that's not right.
I'm going up to her thing. At this point, we're just going to detain her. Detain her.
Please let her go.
Then
Please let her go.
Then give
It's
me your
Slender
name.
Man.
I did something wrong.
What did you
She
do
doesn't
wrong?
know what I did.
Okay, that's fine. I ain't.
Let me talk to you again. I'll leave it. I'll put
What
it
is it that you did wrong?
I did something really wrong.
What?
See, she knows how high profile her case is. It's meaningful to her. That's not a good sign.
47 and Cicero.
What did you do wrong?
47 and Cicero. 500.
Basically, like, he doesn't know that I'm a monster. She's still that same person.
It's not that.
Charly
It nothing.
X-ray
It can't be that serious.
3727. Charly X-ray 3727.
What was it?
We have to identify you. Okay, well, you agree.
And what is your name? What's happening?
Okay.
We don't want problems with you. Okay. We just need to ID you. That's it.
Okay. Now, I ain't
What
trying
did
to
you
have
do
a
wrong?
conversation for 4 or 5 days, maybe even a week. See if
What?
things come back. Okay.
All that cop's thinking is, well, I think I just caught me a felon. They love that shit, collaring felons.
Unless that's what you
She
want to
doesn't
do.
know my real name.
Okay. Well,
But
give him your real
you can give
name.
me your
Don't tell
information. I
him.
don't care about her. Because you know too. Okay. Can't give me your information. Why? Why can't you give me your information? What's wrong with that? So he says he just can't give me his information.
Okay, so it's taken in custody.
MORGA.
Julie says they should have just been like, am I? Yeah, you got to ask the question. Am I free to go? Am I being detained? Am I legally obligated to answer your questions, or am I allowed to leave? That's all you have to say, and the cops have to answer. Absolutely. And then you can say things like, well, is that under threat of arrest? And if they say that and violating your rights, not only can you sue them, but you can sue the city. In a perfect world.
What is it?
Geyser. I promise she did not know.
Geyser.
ER.
And then what's your date of birth?
May 16th, 2002.
Exactly, Cheeks. Hey, contrarian.
So Morgan is your first name, right?
Monfrey.
Yes.
Geyser.
No.
Let me say goodbye, please.
Okay, we will.
I will never see her again.
Yeah, you will.
No.
See, I'm a monster. You don't know, right? She hasn't changed. If they would have never caught her, she would have done something horrible again, I think, honestly.
I won't.
Why?
Because I did something bad. Let me say goodbye.
We will let you say goodbye, but just stand by until we figure out what's going on. Okay?
You
I promise. I'll let you say goodbye.
No matter what I did.
Yeah, no matter.
Okay, let's go to Cheeks. That fucking bullshit, too. She does know who she is. I think that that's why he's attracted to her, by who she is. And I think he knows how young she is. He's attracted to that, too. He's attracted. It's like pedophilic. And he also knows that she's a vulnerable victim, right? She's been in the system. She's no different than somebody in like foster care being targeted by a predator. I feel like she right now is a victim of his influence.
Last name.
That's my word, okay?
With her internal intentions, right? She can't help who she is. She's a sadistic person. She knows that. She should probably be hospitalized. A lot of people should. He's taking advantage of that, and she's eager, right? She was eager to go stab her friend, and she's eager to go on this little voyage here with this creep.
Okay? You're being honest with me. I'll
Being honest, that's my name. Trust me, I didn't want to give it to you.
Okay.
You'll see why in a second. She didn't know my name. She didn't know my name.
Now she's trying to play the martyr, right?
Not my fault.
She thinks that she's the monster. She has no idea who that person could potentially be. She may have nothing on him.
You can call it.
I have low battery.
No sound on what? Julie, can you guys hear me? Can you not hear the video? Let's do a quick audio check. Sometimes it's on your guys' end, not me. Sometimes you need to refresh or... So we'll take a quick little... You guys good out there? All right. Yeah, no worries.
What is it?
Yeah, sometimes if you guys lose your sound like that, sometimes refresh your screen. That seems to be happening more often. I'm noticing. I don't know about you, but this cop right here cracks me up. Like, he tried to let him go at the beginning. He was being a good cop. And then he like can't remember little things like what's her middle initial? E? And then his little notepad, he just like shoves it in his pocket. It's kind of, I don't know, he's just funny to me. Like, watch him.
What is it?
He says, I'll just shove it in there.
Is that your real name? It didn't come back.
That's my real name.
What's your middle initial?
E.
E?
Trust me.
Is that your real birthday?
Yes, May 16th, 2002.
You got E as that Edward? Okay, middle initial.
He already forgot.
Just put him in.
E, right?
Yeah, E.
E, right?
'Well, all units 10-8 situation, so.
I didn't know, I'm sorry.
Cover 14, Morgan E. Geyser, Electric.
Go ahead and put your hands in.
You said I could say
I will
goodbye.
let you. You guys going to the same place, okay?
Don't worry, you guys will see each other again briefly.
Okay.
Cover 21.
We'll get you warm, okay? Have you ate? Have you ate anything? All right, hold on a second. Is your ID in your purse? Honestly.
It is. I know you will. It's not.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go through it.
GP says, I don't like cops, and I can guarantee that they would have to put me in jail just for being an asshole because I would never answer anything that they asked me. Yeah, same with me. I hate cops as well. But you want to know why I hate cops? Because they have to deal with such shitty people every day. All the people that we get to avoid, all of the weird toxic relationships that spill out into the street, all of the mental health issues that have gone unchecked in our society, all of the drug abuse, all of the violent gangs, the felons who are in and out of prison constantly, reoffending, rapists, sexual assaults, child molestation. They get to deal with all of that shit. So when they come up on a scene like this, they don't know if you're responsible for anything like that. So we hate them because we're normal, free, God-fearing, people are participating in society, not sucking on it like a leech or trying to violate it, right? We're just trying to live our lives. We're trying to achieve goals. We're trying to save money. We're trying to raise our families. We want to see our lineage. We want to create generational wealth for our kids. But these cops pull up on normal citizens and they don't know if you're a killer, a drug dealer, child molester. They don't know if you're the guy who just shot the old lady around the corner. They have no clue. So we need to figure out a way for them not to violate our rights and stop them from assuming that everybody is a piece of shit like that, because we're not all that way, right? We all just want to live our lives. So they need to be better trained to ride that thin line. But I get it. So we should hate them. We have every reason to hate them. They deal with scum every day, and for whatever reason, they haven't figured out how not to assume we're scum. So when they figure that out, maybe I'll start respecting and loving them a little bit more.
I was a 1037 vehicle.
Try to get mid-low.
Get the car wash, the 145 block Cicero, gray Honda. I'll get you something up.
Hey, Ronnie, take these bags since you got gloves. Try to find an ID in her. She said she doesn't have one. I think she's saying that it's really, really bad. So only really thing bad is.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. They find weed. They find weed in the bag, and I think that's it. So hopefully I'll get more video. But once they got them booked in downtown, that was the mugshot they took. I think I have a video here. Let's see. Charly speaks. You have two. Let's start here. It's this guy Charly talking.
She sobbed. She's like, they'll take away our visitation, Charly. Lose you, and you're my best.
Can you guys hear that? Make sure you can hear that. Yeah, I don't want to hate cops. They don't want me to hate them. It's just the way it is, That's just the way nature is. That's the way evolution works. When you find resistance, you bend around it. You go around it, over it, or underneath it. And then the resistance tries to find you and readjust. Once it readjusts, you readjust. We're constantly adapting and changing. Going with the flow. All we can hope for and pray for is that the flow is going somewhere good, not bad. All right, hopefully you guys can hear this. I'm going to play.
She sobbed.
This is Chad Mecca.
Like, they'll take away our visitation, Charly. Lose you, and you're my best friend. And, you know that before you showed up, I was ready to drink bleach and just all this stuff. And the thing of it is, she already made it clear if I didn't go with her or not, she was still going, and she was not going back to jail. And I know what that means at the end of the day.
Hold on. He said, hold on. Looks like that part got cut off. What does he say? So basically he says he followed her to protect her. So let's see. Let's go over some of the things he said here. She sobbed. She's like, they'll take away our visitation, Charly. Please. You know you're my best friend. And you know that before you showed up, I was ready to drink bleach and just all this stuff. See, that's fucking stupid. She's holding him hostage, right? Or that's just the story he's made up. Like, I saved her life, right? He's like a knight in shining armor. She was going to take her own life, and then I swooped in and I did it. I'm protecting her. Curious contrarian. Yes. Get that right. It's not Slender Man. It's Slender Ma'am. Hi, guys. I'm reading Kathleen Hale's book now. It's phenomenal. Good to see you, Miss Kitty. Let's see. We just had the cop shoot a guy. He told them he was going to commit suicide. He was sitting in his car. Our cops like shooting people for no reason. They're like, okay, noticed on this image, he has the Hatchet Man on his arm. Isn't that from the Insane Clown Posse? It's a fucking juggalo. I think that even says juggalos right there on the bottom of his arm. Let me see if I can pull that up. That's interesting. Interesting. Yep. Hatchet Man. We got a juggalo. Okay, so he says, I was going to drink bleach. So you say I saved her life. She wanted to take her own life. And the thing of it is, she already made it clear if I didn't go with her or not, she was still going. And she was not going back to jail. And I know what that means. Here's another one.
Story. Chloe Morrissey joins us in the studio tonight.
Yeah, here's a local report. Let's play this.
And Chloe, what did Charly share with us?
Amber, Brandon, Charly called our newsroom this afternoon telling us more about his friendship with Morgan and why she left her group home with him. Charly said he met Morgan in church, slowly becoming friends.
We understand how to talk to each other and validate and
no worries.
Just how to communicate in a really good, healthy way, and it was really nice.
Charly said he was eventually cleared to hang out with Morgan at that group home, telling us the two saw each other almost every day for the last month. Morgan confiding in Charly about her past.
I was like, I don't hate you. I said clearly.
See, he did know about her past. He knew exactly. He knew everything.
You're not that person anymore. And you're trying really hard to move away from it. That much is very obvious.
Charly says Morgan wanted to leave the group home because they were going to take away their visitation time. But he says he didn't know that until they were in Chicago. He says the decision to leave happened quickly that night.
He ran because of me.
You know, in a way, she's kind of like a Lost Boy. You know what I mean? You guys remember Peter Pan and the Lost Boys? Right? She was 12 years old. She tried to kill her friend and was frozen in time. So for him, if he's like some kind of, I don't know anything about the guy. He could be totally innocent and have good intentions. I don't know. Or her, whatever. But I'm getting the vibe that it's almost like this Peter Pan thing going on, right? He has the perfect victim in Morgan. She's a little girl trapped in an adult's body. So he still gets to attack this vulnerable person who is just like a 12-year-old, maybe even 13, 14, but in an adult legal body. So he can take advantage of her. She's just as vulnerable as she ever would have been at the age of 12, 13, 14, but he has no risk involved. So he has a perfect victim here potentially.
Already made it clear if I didn't go with her or not, she was still going, and she was not going back to jail, and I know what that means. And I was scared and I was nervous. And I still chose to. For my friend, who I knew wasn't going to make it on her own.
They hopped on a bus to downtown and took another bus at 1:30 in the morning. Authorities finding them that same day in Posen, Illinois.
Please just let me go. Please, I didn't break the
Can we
law.
please let her go?
See,
Morgan and
I don't
Charly
have that
both
angle.
gave police fake names when being questioned until finally coming forward. Body camera video showed Morgan saying Charly had nothing to do with it and that she did something really bad in her past, and officers should Google her.
Yeah, that's like her whole identity. You know, her being the Slender Man. That's all she has. That's her entire life. Right? She's almost been the Slender Man attacker as much as she wasn't. That's her identity. And he seems to have latched onto that. All right, let me see what else I have here. We had about a, let's see, here's another quick little news report, and then we'll just kind of chop it up.
Geyser is now in custody in Cook County, Illinois, awaiting extradition back to Wisconsin. She was in a group home after a Waukesha County judge granted her conditional release earlier this year.
So on Saturday, Madison police say she cut off her ankle monitor and then left the home with what they're calling an adult acquaintance. The two left on a bus. They were then found loitering outside a truck stop in Posen, Illinois. That is where she was taken back into custody last night. New this afternoon, Geyser's attorney Tony Cotton spoke to Inside Edition earlier.
He says he's concerned about her health now that she's in jail.
Going on the run, so to speak, seems like sort of a harebrained idea that somebody probably put in her head. Morgan has treatment needs that are not best addressed in the jail, and she's in a jail right now, so I don't imagine she's doing well being there.
TMJ4's two Waukesha County reporters have been chasing down this story all day. Kaylee Starro live at the Waukesha County Courthouse with updates from the district attorney.
While our Rebecca Clough is in Posen, Illinois at the truck stop where Geyser was found on Sunday night.
Now, before we get to them, TMJ4's Megan Lee joining us. She has just confirmed new information about the person who was traveling with Morgan Geyser.
And so, Megan, what have you learned?
Yeah, I just confirmed with the Posen Police Department that 43-year-old Chad Mecca from Janesville was with Morgan Geyser at the truck stop in Illinois. According to the police report, Mecca and Geyser were found sleeping behind the truck stop Sunday night. Both reportedly told police that they took a bus from Wisconsin to Chicago. Then from Chicago, they walked to the south side and got on a bus to Posen when they ran out of money. The police report shows the two of them met at a church in Madison. Geyser reportedly told police Mecca would climb through her window at the group home and sneak in since they weren't allowed to see each other.
See, there's something fishy about that. This dude that knew exactly what she was responsible for, what she was capable of. He didn't run. He wasn't afraid. She didn't run, whatever, but was drawn to it. So this guy was taking advantage of her and was not in any way afraid of her. So I would be curious to see if any investigations come back to him. I mean, we got this guy creeping through the window of the Slender Man stabber. Something's not right. But I think we're going to wind down, guys. I think this will be our 5-minute warning. We did hit the 1 hour mark. We're going to go live again a little bit later. We're going to talk about Tyler Matthew Johns. You guys are all familiar with this case. Let me pull up.
Officer.
He's dead. Here, let's pull this up on the screen here. This is the body cam footage. And the father of the deceased.
Chilling words from Valente Ayala to Metro Police.
He says he's dead in the back seat. So why isn't anybody giving aid to the child? Why is the officer saying, okay, I'll come look in a minute? This guy's saying, my son is dead in the back seat. Yes, come look. Don't you think he should be rendering aid to him? Shouldn't he be pulling him out of the vehicle and giving him a CPR? Nobody's trying to resuscitate this child? Or is it just completely obvious that the boy's passed? Maybe like something brutal to the head or something. Might just be blatantly obvious that he's not living. But I just don't understand that part. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Also, we're going to talk about, this might be a members only, but we're going to talk about this dipshit, Sean Duffy. This isn't Sean Duffy. Him. This guy criticizing people about what they wear on airplanes and when they travel. Like, we can do that all we want. The private companies like Delta, US Airways, they can criticize people. They can even make it a policy. That way we can make a decision whether or not we want to spend our money there. But what we will not be is fucking pawed at and kowtowed and patronized by this fucking privileged piece of shit. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But I digress. Christine, GP, Fishy, what up? What up? What up? What up? All right. I'm going to finish. I'm going to take this time to finish these notes that I have. I mean, I typed them out. So who is Mecca and their relationship? Mecca identifies as transgender. According to police reports, Geyser and Mecca met a few months ago at a church in Madison. Mecca claims the two planned to run away together because she was being denied visitation rights at her group home. Mecca said, Geyser ran because of me, suggesting her escape was motivated by their relationship. Well, she was 12 years old at the time. Looking at this comment right here. How old is Morgan now? She said she was 19. Let's see. So yeah, I think she's 19. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Okay. Mecca also said that he snuck into her room by climbing in through a window. That's fucking creepy. I would hate to see this fucking hatchet man looking motherfucker coming through my window at night. He might not ever go back. According to Mecca, after escaping, they traveled via public transport, bus from Wisconsin to Chicago, then to Posen. They allegedly discussed going to Nashville, Tennessee, though they ran out of money and stopped in Illinois. Okay, what do desperate people do when they have no shelter, no money, and no food? They commit crimes. That's what they do. That's why it's important to protect our borders, right? You don't want to invite a bunch of desperate people in when you have our own population of desperate people. But when you're desperate and you're hungry, if you're a psychopath, you don't care. You need a car. You're going to lure somebody, get into their car, act friendly, and then you're going to murder them and take their car. And then when the cops get onto that car and they realize that there's a manhunt, you're going to go commit another murder so that you can get supplies and another vehicle. If you're a sadistic psychopath, because people are expendable. So the last thing you need is this creepy Morgan Geyser. And I feel for her because there is no third option for her. But there's no doubt about it. She's fucking creepy. She's like the good son. She'll never change. And her being desperate and free out on the street is going to get somebody killed. Everybody, have a good night.